What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is recap time of New Zealand versus Canada that took place earlier this morning, South Africa time, obviously late in the evening for New Zealand fans, and what an interesting game it was. Firstly, let's talk about the history being made. The Barrett brothers, I mean, come on, they made history. The three of them joining the Rugby World Cup history. I think it's the second time three brothers have made an international appearance together, and then it's the first time for New Zealand that all three brothers made it to the squad in the Rugby World Cup, of course. So absolutely amazing stuff for Geordie, Scott and Beauden. Three outstanding players who actually had a very good game themselves. But congratulations to them for making history. I mean, crikey, New Zealand is blessed with brilliant rugby players, and those three boykies are definitely something to write home about. Right, 63-0 is the final score. I saw some of the game, more in the first half. Very interesting half. New Zealand really had it all in their hands. I mean, they were dominating the game completely. However, what really pointed out was the mistakes that they were making early on in the game. The knock-ons, they seem to not being able to catch the ball. I mean, Bodie goes for a jump catch that you know he would make any other day. But it went straight through him to his knees. He didn't even touch it. Scott Barrett himself, he was going for the try. As he was getting the ball over, he loses the ball. A few other knock-ons here and there. The quickment of play in certain instances. But a great game. Look, I think New Zealand, for me personally, were playing around a bit. Testing things out. I loved the way they were just running at the ball. Not much kicking. They just played it it was fun. It wasn't much on the line for them, to be honest. It is against Canada, who aren't known to be a force compared to a team like New Zealand, who are the number one in the world. So we weren't really expecting much from it. So I don't think they're going to take this too seriously. But an epic performance from New Zealand. I mean, it was good to see. I thought Sonny Bill Williams was absolutely solid. I thought he had a great game of rugby. He produced the goods when he needed to. His try that he scored, his first try, was just pure skill movement. I mean, going in and then taking the dummy, stretching his arm out. I mean, the commentator said it. You wouldn't say he's of age that he is. He was like a 21-year-old at the rate he was playing, which is great stuff for Sonny Bill, and I really am chuffed for him because, I mean, I know he's not everyone's cup of tea, but I really rate this kid, and I think he's a damn good player, and I'm excited to see what he can produce as the World Cup goes on, because obviously you all have your favorites, you all have your questions. Should he have even been in the World Cup squad? But you know what? He's there. You've got to deal with it and focus on those important moments. And he definitely shined. If we look at the try scores, Brad Weber scoring one, Shannon Frizzle scoring one. He also knocked the ball on a few times. Scott Barrett, Beauden Barrett, Geordie Barrett, all three brothers scoring a try. Absolutely amazing. Rico Ioane coming back to the scoring picture, as well as Sonny Bill, as mentioned earlier, and then a penalty try to the All Blacks, which was technically Kieran Reid, but it was ruled as a penalty try. Otherwise, if he had scored that try, he would have tied up with the great Richie McCaw, which would have been an amazing achievement for him. So great stuff from New Zealand, great stuff from how they managed to get the tries going. They only needed a bonus point, they only needed a score, and they did it, and did it in more. So credit to the All Blacks for creating some havoc on the field. If we look at some of the stats briefly, territory the whole game, 71% for the All Blacks versus 29. Total dominance. Possession, 64% versus 36. Possession in the first half, 68 versus 32. If we look at the attack, meters carried, 906 versus 291. Set pieces, 7 out of 7 scrums, 100% for New Zealand. Amazing stuff. 14 out of 15 lineouts, which is 93.3% success rate. Brilliant stuff. Pure class. Yes, I know it's against Canada, but guys, you still need to keep to the basics. You still need to make sure your set pieces are solid. Otherwise, you're just not going to get there. So credit to them. Scrums, 8 out of 9 for Canada. Not too bad at all, considering who you're scrumming against. I mean, that was a mighty pack of All Blacks. You got lineouts, okay, that they were very weak. 5 out of 10, which isn't good enough. They need to work on that. If we look at discipline seemed to cost the All Blacks a bit. Sorry, Canada, not the All Blacks, my bad. 9 penalties conceded, which isn't good enough. They need to work on that if they wanted to produce any good results. Only 6 for the All Blacks, so impressive stuff from them. But again, it was against Canada, so could we read in too much into it? Defence, we look at 91 tackles, only 9 missed. Bloody good stuff from New Zealand. Well done on that, but they didn't have much to tackle. Seems they were running most of the ball. If we look at the defence from Canada, 148 tackles made, only 45 missed, which isn't too great. 77 success rate. They'll need to work on that going forward. But other than that, great defence from the All Blacks. Turnovers, 1-8 versus 9 to Canada. 9 turnovers for them. 4 turnovers for New Zealand, 1 in their own half, and 7 for Canada. 20 turnovers, 1 opposition half, and 5 for Canada. Referee was Roman Poit for the game. Not my favourite ref, but I mean, he didn't have to ref much. New Zealand would just dominate most of the games. However, there were a few missed things thereabout, but I'm not going to go into too much detail or moaning there. Overall, great game from the All Blacks. Really showed their pure dominance and why they're the best. They needed this result. They needed to produce the goods in order to just show their dominance. And they certainly did that. Could they have scored more? Shit. If you look at my Super Brew, I think I had them by like 80 points. I was expecting a big number, and it was only 63. So I didn't get my Super Brew point that I wanted. But overall, well done to the All Blacks, picking up a solid victory. Second half was definitely a stronger one for them. But overall, congratulations to the Barrett brothers for firstly making history, secondly getting a try each. That is truly amazing. That's going to do it for a recap time for New Zealand versus Canada. Congratulations to New Zealand. Hard luck to Canada. All the best in the rest of the World Cup. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you real soon for another video. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.